Hi there, it's Mike from GDT. I'm at SoleFit Orthotics today. I've been welcomed in with all the rave of minimalist running. There's been a lot of debate as to how to proceed from what you've been doing into a minimalist shoe and whatnot, and then what foot strengthening you might need to do before you even think about transitioning. So thankfully, we've got some experts at SoleFit Orthotics here in Ottawa, and I've got Neil Rosenthal, a certified Pedorthist, here to help us out with some of the exercises and some ideas around the whole concept of minimalist and then what kind of foot exercises to be done. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, Mike. Thanks to GGT, and thank you, Mike, for coming out. As Mike said, we have a lot of people coming in nowadays inquiring or with interest to making changes to their running form, maybe even changing what years of a certain shoe have been offering them by going to something a lot more minimal. While we definitely applaud those types of changes, it has to come with a little bit of preparation. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through some basic exercises that wouldn't just benefit the runner, but would benefit anybody for preparing or complementing their feet with better stability, better strength, to allow them to proceed with using things like minimalist shoes or changing their running form to include a lot more activity required from their feet. We're going to take you through 7 basic exercises that get you started, and then we're going to show about 4 or 5 more advanced ones for when you feel you've gotten to a point where some of those basic exercises are easy. You can either do these in your bare feet, or you can always try using thin barefoot-like shoes like Vibrant 5 Fingers or a flat flexible shoe. But that being said, since we want to try to find that feedback and sense from our feet, doing it barefoot is probably the best way. We definitely recommend any of these exercises be implemented gradually at first, and if you experience any discomfort while doing them, you stop and cut back on the amount that you're doing, and again resume very slowly and carefully. So the first exercise may not seem like one and may actually seem obvious, but it starts with just taking your shoes off and beginning to pat around your house, walk outside, spend more time just simply in your bare feet. All right, the second exercise starts to incorporate a little bit more of a balance, and it's called a single leg balance. So just standing on one foot, maintain your balance while holding this for 15 to 30 seconds. The second challenge would be to do the same thing with a longer duration or with your eyes closed, just to increase the difficulty of maintaining an upright position. The next exercise involves strengthening and utilizing the muscles in the lower leg and ankle. To do so, what we're going to have you do is paint the alphabet using the tips of your toes as though it's a paintbrush, and spell out or draw each letter of the alphabet in the air. As you get through 26 letters, you'll recognize that it starts to feel a little bit tiresome. If you'd like to increase the challenge, do the same thing while standing on the opposite foot for balance. The next one's called toe fans, and it involves using a lot more of the small muscles in your feet. And it involves basically making a conscious effort to take all your toes and spread them out into a fan, holding for a few seconds, relaxing, and then repeating. And you go through 5 to 10 repetitions of this. More difficult than it looks. This next exercise is to engage the muscle tissue at the arch that specifically help to support it. And what it involves doing is, with my right foot, I'm going to try and plant the joint of my large toe firmly into the ground without squeezing the tip of my toe down like I am now, but releasing that toe. And as well, my small toes stay up and lifted. In doing so, I'm contracting the small muscle in the arch through the base of the foot, called your flexor hallucis brevis. And in the last effort, I'm going to try to rotate my arch up and high, contracting some of the tissues at the large toe to do so. Hold that for 5 to 10 seconds, relax, and try again. And you do a few repeats of this. This next exercise, if you're not a stranger to doing calf raises at the gym, is very similar. But different than a normal calf raise, we will be lifting our heels right up off the ground and going up to the tip of our toes, but at a slow count of 5 seconds up and 5 seconds back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you pause, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you saw with my feet, the little shaking, all that activity, that's some of the smaller muscles in my feet working in conjunction with my lower leg, trying to keep for a nice stable and upright position. This next exercise, for anybody who's using these foot strengthening strategies to incorporate into using minimalist shoes with running, it's going to involve a little bit of running. We're standing barefoot, we're standing in place and running on the spot. If we want to be able to run outside without the help of too much shoe support, we should start by probably doing it in place and on the spot. Up and down off the tops of our feet, landing softly with quick springy steps. And you do that for 1 to 2 minutes to start and increase the number of minutes from there on. So hopefully these 7 basic exercises and even the more advanced ones give you lots of things to work on. At SoleFit, we really do advocate, a naturally strong, healthy foot as a foundation for not only, entering into using these new shoes that have flooded the market, but also just maintaining good posture, good alignment, and good overall stability. It starts with the feet being strong, and working through these exercises will hopefully take you to those places.
Working with SoleFit over the past 6 years is I came in as a heavy heel striker. I had the support I needed through orthotics and a gait analysis right off the bat. And as the years have continued, they've worked with me closely to first minimize the need for my orthotics through strengthening my feet, good gait analysis, and I guess last March started to move into that minimalist approach using a lot of these exercises, a very slow transition, a very guided transition with their help, and currently I'm now out of orthotics because I've been able to at least get good enough at that minimalist approach, but I'd also say that I don't think I'll ever master it because you continue to try to improve. I owe a lot of thanks to SoleFit Orthotics because I've had a lot of success in that process, and that's why I'm here today filming with them, because I believe in what they do, and GGT prides itself in making sure that we promote things that we use and that we believe in. So thanks very much, and I hope this was a benefit.
Thanks, Mike.